Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be a video about my next 7-day self-portrait challenge, which is happening on Monday the 8th of April. It is the 8th, isn't it? It is definitely the 8th of April. So I've done 3 7-day self-portrait challenges in the past 2 years. So we're now on to the 4th one, which is crazy. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, which you probably should if you already subscribe to this channel, probably seen all the videos about it, but it's basically a video and a self-portrait a day for 7 days. This time I've decided that I'm going to be doing something a little bit different on this channel because I found that, I know it's a challenge and obviously I want to challenge myself, but I found that the past 3 challenges have been so draining. I've actually ended up really ill on the last couple of days just because I've been basically making a self-portrait, editing that, plus editing the video and getting it out and then absolutely dying at the end of the day. It's just far too much work, and again, I know it is a challenge and that's the point of it, but I found that at the end of it I'm just completely dead for like 2-3 weeks creatively. So I don't want to like burn myself out after it, and I'm not sure what you guys think, but leave your suggestions below. I was thinking of maybe doing a video a day, but rather than doing like a full, say like 8-minute video, I want to be doing something like a speed edit one day, or like a time lapse of the shoot another day, just so it's less editing for me video wise. Regardless of that, I'm definitely going to be doing a self-portrait a day for 7 days over on my Instagram, so if you're not following me, go follow me. And I asked a few weeks ago over on my Instagram what kind of theme I should do for this time round, and loads of people said rainbow. Obviously there's 7 days in a week and there's 7 colours in a rainbow, but I'm going to do it a bit different. Again, I'm changing things up, and it's going to be red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple, pink, rather than indigo and violet, because they're quite similar colours anyway. So I wanted to bring purple and pink as like separate colours into it at the end of it. Monday will be red, orange Tuesday, yellow Wednesday, and so on and so on. I'm excited because I've got my ideas ready. I sort of wanted to go into this again with sort of an idea of what I wanted to do, as I have done last times, and if you've watched my previous challenges then you'll know that I do like a little planning video before, so I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do a bit of a planning, but yeah, I don't really want to give away what I'm doing because that'll just give away what I'm doing, and I want you to see it on the day. If you watched, I think my last one, I use this board a lot, well, board sheet, roll planner thing, just to sort of map out the idea of what I was going to do each day. It's just about getting creative and really focusing on 7 days of being creative, and I would absolutely love if you joined in with me. Some people already have said that they are, and if you want to join in with me, please use the hashtag 7 days of Holly and tag me wherever, mainly Instagram, and I will have a look and maybe share some of them as well. And obviously this is a challenge, and this time I really want to challenge my Photoshop skill. I've always done in the past things that I knew that I could Photoshop quickly within like an hour, but this time I really wanted to do something where it might take me a bit longer, which is why I don't really want to do kind of a really lengthy behind the scenes video, because I know that takes much longer than actually editing the picture. I'd rather spend like 6 hours editing a photo than an hour editing a photo and then like 5-6 hours editing a video. So this time it's going to be challenge your Photoshop skill and do something new. Try not to fall back on things that I already know what to do or how to do it pretty easily. I'm sort of excited to do it because I've got some ideas, but I'm also scared because I don't really know if it's going to work out. But that's the beauty of this, of creating. And actually, I have a little surprise. If you know me, I actually shoot with a Nikon D750 and usually the Sigma Art 35mm lens, and I've upgraded. Not fully upgraded, but I am testing out the Sony. Yes, I bought it. I'm not testing it for Sony, but I am seeing if I like it. I've bought the Sony A7iii. Here it is, the little baby. It is so shiny and new and black, and I feel like I'm going to ruin it within 4.5 seconds of using it. I have actually shot a wedding with this on Friday just to test it out, and it's amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. I've been editing it today and loving life. I didn't shoot fully on this. I did have my 750. I did have 2 750s actually, so I carried 3 cameras around. But yeah, I got the 35mm lens. This is the Zeiss 1.4 FE Sony lens. Pretty expensive, not gonna lie, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the long run because I'm just absolutely loving the features already. I've not shot a self-portrait on this yet. This next week, that's the next challenge, is I'm gonna be shooting with this only. And Holly, you're saying this now, you are not allowed to use the 750 or the Sigma R. You have to use this because I want to test it out fully. Comfort zone is going to be smashed with using this camera and also changing the game in Photoshop. I've got a lot of things to say about this already, but I'm going to save this for another video because I want to really dive into it a little bit more for self-portraits anyway, specifically, because I know there's tons and tons of videos and I'm a bit late to the game with Sony, but I feel like for self-portraits and for the things that I do, conceptual work, I want to tell you all about what I think about it and the pros and cons. There are some pros, some amazing pros, but also there's a few cons that I'm like, oh god, I need to go back to the 750 because it saved me on those. Again, I will explain that in another video. That's my little baby at the moment. I'm sort of like cradling it around everywhere I go. Hello. Let's get on with the planning. I have my jingly jangly ideas book. If you know me, you know that this is where all my ideas are stored. I've used this for years and years and years now. And I did do a little bit of a brainstorm. If you can see it, I'm not going to show it too much. Of like day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I drew out the ideas pretty specifically because I feel like I know what I want to do, and the challenge obviously is going to be creating it in Photoshop. But I'm not scared if it changes along the way because that's part of the creative process, definitely. So I'm gonna just put this stuff on the board, but I'm not gonna go into depth on there until the actual day, so I'll redraw it out just to like jog my memory and visualize it a little bit more. But just so you know sort of what the gist of the week is gonna be. But I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of things in here and a lot of ideas that I've never done before, things that I've never challenged myself to do, Photoshop wise, plus shooting wise, plus obviously I'm going to have the new camera, so I'm going to have to see if it works the way that obviously the D750 works. Yeah, I'm just excited, so let's get cracking. You may already recognise the wreath that's on my wall. This one I made for my 7-day self-portrait, I think day 1 in October 2018. It's still going. I feel like I don't ever want to get rid of it. It's just as perfect as it was when I made it. So I'm keeping it on the wall until I change my mind on what I want there, but I really like looking at it. It reminds me of a really good time, especially when I was feeling really, really creative. So yeah, I've got my pen and I'm just gonna get my book. I love this book, it's so fun. Every time I pick it up, it's like, ideas. Okay, stop being weird. Day 1 is red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for day 1, I was thinking of like what red meant as a colour and what you feel from it. So it can mean like danger, anger, but it also can mean like romance and love. But I was also thinking of like what are red and like what sort of things in the world are red, and I've came up with an idea, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to draw it. That's all I'm going to do. Day 2 was orange. Obviously the most obvious one would be an orange, but I just didn't want to do that. But I've always wanted to do something with goldfish, a really bright orange goldfish. A fish. Day 3 is yellow, and I've already hinted at this, but I do really want to reuse the outfit that I shot with for my bee and sort of sunflower. It is bright yellow and I absolutely loved making it, so I'm decided that I'm going to reuse that for a different style photos. And my pen is running out. Day 4 was green. Green, when I think of green I just think of plants, so it was something to do with that, but that's all I'm saying. Day 5 is blue. I had no idea what I wanted to do for this, so I asked on Instagram and I got loads of people's opinions and ideas. Still don't really know what I want to do, but I was thinking something to do with like water and the feeling of feeling blue. But that's all I have for now. I think on the day I'm just going to really just embrace it and just sort of like go with it. I've got a few ideas floating in my head, but I can't really like pin them down, so I'm going to write it down, but I'll probably like narrow it down and like refine it on the day. Bubbles. Day 6 is an idea that's going to proper challenge my Photoshop skills. I don't really want to say too much about it, but day 6 is like one that I'm kind of like scared about. I've got this amazing idea in my head, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. Day 6 is purple, a big star. Day 7 is another one that I'm very, very excited to shoot because I feel like it's going to be more fun like shooting it rather than editing it, because I don't think it's going to be that much of a big edit. So day 7 is pink. So all I can say is that it's going to include me and Jack in the photo. There we go. Here's my ideas. They might not make sense to you, but I feel like they're making more sense to me now I've seen them like on the board. As a tip as well, I would definitely say that that's a really good tip to refining your ideas, even if it is just like a really silly rough sketch of something. Just pop it on a wall and have it there so you can look at it, and every time you walk past it you're always like visualizing it, and you never know what you're going to think about on sort of a certain hour of the day, or like different times of the day. Maybe when you wake up, have a look at it. When you go back to sleep, have a look at it, and you never really know. I dream very vividly from the past 2 videos that I've put on this channel, and I sometimes will come and look at it just before I go to sleep, so that it's already the last thing I've seen before bed, so fingers crossed I have a dream about it that night. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes I can take inspiration from that. So yeah, that's the ideas. So yeah, that is it. I hope you'll join along, or even just follow along on YouTube or Instagram, wherever you fancy, and I'm excited about this year's. Hopefully you'll join along with me, and thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.